They're claiming to be the flag bearers of Islam. You're going to take these orders from Turks who are not from ethnic origin, descendants of the Prophet.
They're like, la. La.
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah.
It's a funny thing because my 2-year-old son, my daughter was saying, "Oh, I'm going to tell mom what you're doing," and he's like, "No, Abba, tell dad." he's trying to tell her, no, don't tell mom on me, tell dad on me, because dad's gonna be way more chilled out.
Yes.
And subhanAllah, right now, one of the things that people have been saying, a lot of people that I talk to, is that people are starting to put on pounds, right? Because everybody's at home.
Yeah, they're making a lot of trips, a lot of long romantic walks to the fridge, Imam. Okay, this is how ridiculous the fake news is that Muslims are doing unison sneezing to spread the coronavirus.
In a taslim type fashion, when they're doing their taslim. So is that what they're trying to?
Yeah.
Imagine they're just sneezing to side.
Exactly.
So right now, wallahi, I'll send you $1,000, $1,000 US dollars. You in Canada, right?
Yeah, that's like 5,000 Canadian dollars.
Not quite, but I got your point, right?
Request another transfer, right?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
I keep getting these Muslims, we just want to help you. We just want to make you better so you can have a long life of hating us.
Right, exactly.
She even said, just for laughs, I was watching a video about vegetarianism, and another one, and then another one came out, another one, and then eventually led me to videos about veganism.
Yeah.
Even eat cheese and drink milk, miskin. So and she said something very interesting. She said it's almost as though you're never extreme enough for YouTube's algorithms.
Right?
And
that's like I was watching meat eating, like those who just have a meat diet. So just the carnivore diet, and then it led to cannibalism.
Wow.
I'm just joking. I believe they call that the internet rabbit hole. There was a program that the MSA was doing at the masjid. The imam was having his own program with the older generation in the masjid, and so he was speaking. They're waiting patiently. He goes over the time, and he knows that the MSA is going to do their program next. What he does is he literally takes the mic and he does something to disable it. Like he does some kind of, how like in those movies, the guy comes up behind and he like cracks the guy's neck. He literally did that to the mic, disabled the mic and walked away. He disabled it and just walked away.
I needed a signature that I lost it before I can get a new one. So when I went, the guard was about to, it was almost lunchtime and he was about to send me away. I said, I just need a signature. So he looks at my paper and it says American. So he was surprised, right? So I don't, for them, an American, like, blonde hair, blue eye.
Yeah.
And so that's what he's thinking. He's looking at, you're American? And so the first thing he said, do you know Hulk Hogan? It's like everybody from the United States knows Hulk Hogan.
Sometimes people they'll put up, like, I'm so in love with my wife. Look at us. We're so in love with each other. And then it's like cheek to cheek. You know what I mean? Let's make a heart together. Like all the different, pictures just to show the world, oh, we're so in love. And then, my wife tells me, like, sisters will post, my husband is the best husband. And because, he cooks all the meals. And then it causes fight in other people's family. Like, this sister, she says her husband cooks all the meals. Like, yeah, because he doesn't have a job, man. And then it causes, fights in, these households.
The guy comes up to me, this uncle comes up and says, do you represent the masjid? I'm like, no. He's like, your khutbah, does it represent the masjid? I'm like, no, it represents just myself. And then he said, well, do they know? Is everyone okay with you being against the conservative party? Like, he started getting upset. That little thing, he started getting upset with me. And subhanAllah, what was just, at least at that time, was really cool, I had never experienced this before, is when, uncles have your back. That's almost like mafia power, because all these uncles are like, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with this. And then about 5 or 10 different combination of Arab and Desi uncles just took this guy, he went away, he disappeared. I was like, okay.
My best da'wah was in Calgary. You know why? Because I used to go down to the level of the community. I used to play ball in a Millennium Park, if you remember. I used to play ball with them until 2 a.m. Not that I was homeless. I knew that's where these kids are hanging. And I knew if I go and play with them, these girls will walk away. And these boys will not smoke weed and drink alcohol.
You used to go hard in the paint, I remember.
Hey, if you want to do
I think you had special sheikh status. They would refrain from calling fouls on you. I think you had some special status there. I still remember, when people how did you get away with this?
Brothers mentioned to me that somebody left a bad review for a masjid because maybe the khutbah took too long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Yes, subhanAllah.
It's like, the pizza that they sold after the Jummah, a little bit salty, 3 out of 5. The parking attendant, 2 out of 5. I didn't get a very good parking spot. They review it as if they're going to some amusement park. Khutbah took too long. Made me feel too guilty. Afterwards.
I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine, who's a non-Muslim. I told them about the use of water for cleaning oneself, and this person was very impressed by it and said, "You need to make a video." The only reason, but I said, listen, I don't want to go viral that way. Right? And I don't know how to employ cartoons, but I'm thinking about it.
Okay, can you show me on the doll, Mr. Yafa, how you utilize this lota?
Some of our well-meaning Muslim brothers and sisters trying to give Islamic rulings on protesting to a predominantly non-Muslim population.
Yeah. You're not covering your aura. You're protesting and not covering. I think the worst advice that I used to see are from brothers who weren't even married. So there's some vocal brothers. I remember a brother, this is a long time ago. This was maybe 16 years ago. And there was a brother who was going around giving a lecture that he had recorded on how to treat Muslim women. Okay. And this brother was not married though. You know what I mean? How to treat properly a Muslim. And then I said, "Are you married?" He's like, "No, I'm not married. But do you know any sisters that want to get married?" so I was like, "What? Why? Where did you make this? How did you make this CD? Right?"
For those of you who didn't see, that's a bullseye. All right. So in honor of this, this topic, which is 2 very dangerous topics. Sisters and COVID-19. I'm not sure which one is more dangerous, but I will shoot in honor of that question. And again, X marks the spot.
An organization that you represent and you don't know the founder? And she said, I can look it up. I said, it's too late. I will tell you the answer. And I said, once I give you the answer, you have to make a donation. Because that was I was in an Islamic center at that time.
Okay. So you told her you were the founder, right?
No.
It's I'm the one founder. You have found me. You have passed your test.
Would you like for me to sing a song for you?
I would love to hear.
I'm sure you would. It's not going to happen.
You know how there's those indoor playgrounds? That I would say stay away from. Yeah. Even before this pandemic, Sheikh, I would not let my kids go near those indoor playgrounds. I went a few times, and then I looked at the workers. I'm like, there is no way this guy is staying and scrubbing every single ball after these kids leave. Okay, the little ball pits and going. I could barely get barely kids can get into the different nooks and crannies. I'm like, there is no way. Okay, you see all sorts of stuff, right? You just have to observe and watch people. We're not coming back here again. You know what I mean?
Did you enjoy the best laugh out loud moments from Life Haqq? If so, please like and share this video if you'd like to see more compilations. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for all new content coming your way.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.